from good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching us from across the globe. Welcome to Nebo TV, and my name is Comrade Amieye Omoroge, and today we'll be discussing the link between the Iyaloja concept and the 2027 general elections in Nigeria. With me in the studio is Mr. Amos Ediagboya. Mr. Amos Ediagboya, talk to the global audience.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, viewers out there. It's nice being with you on this show.
Yes, we are reaching you live from the ancient city of Benin in Edo State, South Nigeria. And we are here in the studios of Nebo TV today to discuss a very pressing issue that have been on the media for the past few weeks, which is the link between the Iyaloja concept and the 27 general election. Mr. Amos, let's take it off from here and let's do
Okay, thank you so much. When we are talking about the link, if you critically examine what is going on, you will discover that there is some political undertone underscoring what is going on in Edo State. Before now, the position of Iyeki, which we all know is usually handled by women who has been in the business of trading in market in Edo State. Coincidentally, we were made to understand that somebody from Lagos came all the way from Lagos to Benin to insult Iyaloja, which is alien to the Benin kingdom. Even when they were at the palace of the Oba, Oba made it known to them that Iyaloja is an alien concept in Benin, that what they recognize is Iyeki. So what we are able to deduce from the entire scenario is a situation whereby there are some political undertone about what is going on. You agree with me that 2027 is drawing near, and we are seeing a situation whereby they want to come online. They want to come in between, a situation whereby our market women will be kind of lure into the political arena of the ruling party so that they can garner votes from them. You agree with me too that in politics, women and youth, they form the majority of the voters. So they believe that when they're able to get across to the women, especially the market women, they should be able to garner more votes from them during the election. Like I said before, 2027 is drawing near. And from what we can see, there is the possibility that the power that be in Edo State is having a hand is what is going on. Let me hand over to my colleague to continue from there.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I think at this point, Mr. Amos, it is nice for us to know the concept of the Iyeki, which is what is obtainable before now in the ancient city of Benin. Over 700 years ago, this system has been in place. Apart from the administrative responsibilities, we have the traditional roles that they play. We have the spiritual roles that they play. At no time were our market women involved in politics. But what we see today is that the political elite, knowing fully well that, like you rightly said, women and children, women and youth are mostly involved in politics. So what I can deduce from this Iyaloja stuff is that they are trying to use market women for their political gains. And this is not what our system here in the ancient city of Benin and Edo State is. Our market is the Iyeki is the eyes of the revered Benin monarch in the market. Of course, what we call Ihweki, they are the one who sits down and selects their Iyeki in their respective market. For example, in New Benin market, in Agbado market, in Noba market, in Ekiosa market, the traders known as Ihweki come together to select their Iyeki. We don't have a central body like the daughter of the president, who call herself the Iyaloja General of Nigeria, is trying to do. But I think this concept has only been in the West. It is alien to us here in Benin. I don't know if Mr. Amos, you've heard of Iyaloja in Sokoto, Iyaloja in Aba, or Iyaloja in the northern parts of Nigeria. Have you seen anything like that?
Of course not. I have not heard of it. Like I said before, it's an alien concept which is peculiar to the Yorubas. Iyaloja from the Yoruba meaning means the head of market women. In Benin, we have our own acronym, we have our own name for them, and that is what we recognize. We don't recognize Iyaloja, we call ours here Ijeki, and it has a very long-standing tradition from time immemorial, and they have spiritual implication that is attached to it. And above all, they are there representing the
This
Oba's
will portend to Iyeki. So, what do you deduce from the statement that was released by the palace?
The palace made it known that there's a standing tradition about Iyeki, and that tradition should be sustained, and the status quo should remain. And let me shock you. After the pronouncement or the, will I say, coronation or the crowning of Iyaloja in Edo State, most market women, they went on rampage. They went to the State House, they went to the palace, they went to NUJ, registering their complaint about the new development. I even saw a situation whereby one of the lady that was given authority to act as the head of new market in Benin metropolis, where they questioned her who gave her the authority to be Iyeki. She was like she was being crowned by one Josephine, one pastor Josephine that came all the way from whether Lagos or the Ishaland, I can't really tell. So at the end of the day, they now told her that since we still have Iyeki still in place in that particular market, that there is no space for her, that she should look for a place to go and practice her own authority, and not when they still have Iyeki that is still in place. And from what I gathered, Iyeki that is in the market is a standing authority to every women in that place. And when the woman is alive, no other person comes in except a situation whereby she deliberately resign her position. That's when another person can come in, or at the point of death, somebody else can replace her. So the Iyeki that is still in existence in new market cannot leave until she either resign her appointment or position, or she passed on. That's when somebody else can take her place. So as we speak now, we have two authorities operating in that place, which is not too okay.
Thank you very much. And I think this is where the state government have to be in synergy with the palace, so that this ugly incident will not portend danger, because you find out that there's going to be unrest in our marketplaces if this persists. I think the state government needs to call the so-called Iyaloja to order for her to stop parading herself within our markets so that we'll have the sanctity of our markets. 2027 is still far away. Whoever wants to play politics can go to their respective political parties. They have women too in their political parties and mobilize them to gather votes for them rather than using our traditional market system. Our own market system in Benin is traditional, is spiritual. Like I said, over time, there are shrines in each of our markets that these Iyeki do worship on behalf of the Benin monarch. You cannot go and bring somebody who is a non-native, somebody who is not a Benin person to come and pretend or worship these shrines. They don't know what is obtainable there. Our marketplaces in Benin, they are not political association, but they are typical traditional markets and spiritual as well. Mr. Amos, thank you very much for joining us in the studio tonight at Nebo TV. As soon as we get more updates on these very pressing issues, we'll bring it up to our viewers across the globe. Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Comrade Amieye Omoroge from the Asian city of Benin, reporting live in Nebo TV studios. Thank you, Mr. Amos.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.